If you're watching this at the beginning of the day, then you're about to head into the unknown. You're going to come up against situations and have to make decisions that at the moment you're not fully aware of. It's amazing how we can face similar situations and yet respond in very different ways. It's estimated that we make 35,000 decisions every single day. The very fact that you're watching this is a decision that you have made. Or maybe you're not watching it. Maybe you've decided to listen to it on your phone while you're brushing your teeth. Of course, there are minor decisions and major decisions and reactions that we make every single day. How will we react to difficult situations in work or at home? What will be our priorities for our children and our wider families? What are our plans for the future? Will we be actively engaged in caring for others or not? Are we going to be passive today and take everything as it comes and respond off the cuff? And 34,995 other decisions to be made today. How do we determine how to act, react, and respond? What governs the way that we're going to live today? The Bible book of James tells us that we will live by one of two wisdoms. In chapter 3, he tells us that there is a wisdom that is from above and there is a wisdom that is from below. It describes these two wisdoms in this way. The wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere. And then there is the wisdom from below that he says is earthly, unspiritual, demonic. Wisdom is the ability to apply what we know to the decisions and the problems of life. James sees only two wisdoms that can govern the way we live. These wisdoms flow out from very different sources, and they result in two radically different ways of life. The wisdom that we naturally live by is that we make decisions based upon what we have been taught in the world, the experiences that we have, the beliefs that we hold to. And so often our reactions and decisions are based upon our sinful hearts. What do I want? What gives me the most satisfaction? What makes me look good? This wisdom is profoundly prideful and selfish and, holding no punches, James says, is demonic. But there is a better wisdom, a wisdom that is impartial, centered on others, and which makes decisions for the glory of God. It's a wisdom, says James, that comes from above, from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. So how do we get that good wisdom? How do we make wise decisions, not foolish decisions today? How do we respond to difficult decisions in a healthy way, with a healthy wisdom that is from above? Well, that's the key, isn't it? This wisdom that we want to have today comes from above, and therefore we must seek it from God. Can I simply suggest 3 ways to grow in wisdom today? Firstly, wisdom is found in the Word of God, and therefore we must be regularly in the Scriptures. Through reading the Bible, we can gain understanding of God and His purposes in our lives. As we meditate upon it and apply those Scriptures to our lives, then true wisdom, good wisdom, comes. Secondly, Jesus is the wisdom of God. If we want to understand how we can be rescued from the earthly wisdom, the foolishness as the Bible calls it, and brought to good wisdom, heavenly wisdom, we must gaze at Christ and what He has done in dying and rising again to make us new people of wisdom. As we gaze on Jesus, we understand how to truly live, because we are looking at the one who was wisdom in human flesh, who always made the right decisions and reacted in the right ways. Thirdly, we must be a prayerful people. As James says in chapter 1 verse 5, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all, without reproach, and it will be given. James 3 verse 18 promises that if we do this, we will have a harvest of righteousness, because we have planted this heavenly wisdom deep into our lives. This wisdom will not appear overnight, but it can begin today.